Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to explain to you how I got my first client. Um, let's see. So I've been posting on LinkedIn for about 5 months now, trying to build as much credibility as possible. And it just happened yesterday when I updated my role on LinkedIn to announce that I am now a founder of my company called Evolve. And a coach saw that, he tapped onto my bio, he read my bio, he read that I specifically serve coaches and help them save 100 plus uh, 100 plus hours on bottom line operations. And so he asked me in my DMs, he went, "Hey, how can I help you?" And you know, I believe maybe at first he was seeking a partnership or something, um, which like that's really what business is all about, anyways. Partnerships, of providing value to each other. And so I offered him my post client follow up system, which I had already made a minimum viable product of from Zapier, and I was able to present it to him just like that. And when we got on the call, he was actually willing to pay, but I gave it to him for free why? Because he's my first client. Okay, he's my first client, and I want to make sure that I provide 100% value, right? Although I guess if you already know the value of the product that you're going to provide, then you shouldn't be afraid of charging it. So, lesson for me to learn for the future. In any case, this is a trial run for now. I offer to him at a trial, and yeah. So, for those of you who are offering a service, but you aren't sure if you're able to provide the service, then tell them this, all right? Tell them that you are their first client and you're going to give them a free trial. They are going to pay you nothing, okay? They're not going to pay you anything, but they will pay for the expenses of the project because there's still going to be some expenses at some point if you're running Facebook ads. If you're just running Zapier automations, then there's no cost. Okay, this is a world where you can make money out of nothing. And lastly, if you do have a minimum viable product that you are confident of, then do not be afraid to charge for the value, but only if you actually created something out of tangible skill, which you can easily do with ChatGPT because ChatGPT will tell you everything that you need to do to create it, and just like that, you know how to create something that costs $100,000. All right, I used ChatGPT to learn all of algebra in under 6 hours one night. I used ChatGPT to learn how to create minimum viable products on Zapier. You can use ChatGPT to help you learn anything, okay? You don't need a coach, you don't need a course, you just need to ask it what you want. It will tell you how to do what you want, and then you take action on what you want. But if you don't take action on what you want, then maybe you should first work through all the mental stuff going on in your head before you get to that point, because that is indeed what happened to me as well. All right. And so I suppose there are a few touch points that I could kick off at that point, like how do you create a minimum viable product? What do you post on LinkedIn? What mental things do you have to focus on in order to do this? How to use Zapier, how to use Power Automate in Microsoft. I could make all of those videos, but what I want you to take out of this one is that if you're confident in the value that you can provide, don't be afraid to charge for it. All right.